Hello, gamers, and welcome to the 3-month late anime opening and ending ranking video. Yes, we definitely took our time with this one. The winter seasonal video is gonna be out like close to a month after this too, so this is really late. But we really like anime openings and endings, so we still wanted to do it this year. So yeah, if any of you guys still remember 2024, then yeah, this is the video for you.
And if you forgot 2024, then
you're in the same camp as us.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But this is why we actually have a can't remember tier in between C and D. Honestly, I'd rather forget something than find it bad, which is the reason why I have can't remember above the D tier.
Yeah.
All these other like sub ranks, I don't know if we'll end up using them, but I'm having them there just in case we end up needing them. Now Plasma and we have slightly different ranking criteria. I know Plasma, you're more about the Son itself.
Yes. I'm very much about them.
Meanwhile, not only do I want a Banner Son for my OP and ED, but I also want not only a Son that fits the show, but also the animation can follow through with it in a clever way, whether it be telling a story of its own, which not a lot of openings do, but also or just look really cool, or say something about the characters and whatnot. Like, I guess an example I can pull from is like the first opening for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The song itself, I'd give it probably like a B+ tier. It's a pretty good song. I like listening to it. I have it on my playlist, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. But the fucking animation that goes along with it says so much about the characters, gives you so much insight into the story that it's an S tier opening just by that alone.
Fair enough.
So that's, and like, of course that's an extreme example, but that's where our opinions will probably divulge quite a bit, but I don't think that'll show up like as much, because there's not like a ton of extreme examples that happen in anime, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one though, I think only I've seen it, so I guess. Oh, actually,
yeah. I mean, obviously, we did forget the Wheel of Names.
I forgot the Wheel of Names. What? Oh my god, how did I forget the Wheel of Names? I'm gonna go on my Google Drive and see if we got a Wheel of Names.
I think. Oh fuck! Because I think
So yeah, okay. I guess we don't have the Wheel of Names. Oh well, we'll just go through it in order this time. We'll shake things up that way.
I guess, yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not nearly as fun as doing the Wheel of Names, but whatever. So first up,
this video is late enough. I don't think we should delay it anymore.
Exactly. There's no fucking point. As next up, so the first one is Free Ren. Even though I have my extremely controversial Free Ren F tier take, which is obviously not something that I'm doing for the sake of a gag instead of something that's actually my opinion. But but in terms of the openings, actually I'll talk about the EDs first. I don't care for the EDs for Free Ren, which the animation for them is good, but it basically comes down to me not really liking Millet as an artist all that much, which I know that's a hot take. But in terms of the openings are pretty good. Haru is a pretty good song. That's a second opening. It's not, however, it doesn't even share a candle compared to Yusha, which is a fucking phenomenal opening.
Sorry. I mean, technically, we don't count it because that was in the winter 2023, was it? Or maybe.
Oh yeah, technically it was. It was technically fall 2023. Yeah. So I guess we're only talking about Haru then. Haru is a good song. The animation that follows through it is pretty good. I would say it's like a B+ opening, which is a lot lower than most people are gonna put it. I'm not nearly as into Haru as most people are, unfortunately, but it's still a good song. It's not really playlist worthy for me though.
Mm-hmm.
Then next up is the Apothecary Diaries. So I guess since we're not talking about the first core OP is a fucking banger. I love that song. Second core opening.
First core OP is a banger.
I don't even remember the second core OP, so I'll let you get.
I do. I have it in my playlist. It's actually pretty good. The animation, I remember it being pretty nice. I mean, the first one was nice though. Like, I remember I think my main problem with the first one was like, the first one didn't really show Malmo's gremlin energy as much as it should have.
Yeah, it should have.
I don't remember if the second one does. I don't quite remember.
feel
But
like
all
it
I know is
does.
that it looks nice. But I think it did a bit because you're a bit more into the series
Yeah,
at
because
that
the second
point.
core, you know the characters more. You're actually
Yeah.
gonna see the characters more. Because the first opening is mostly
Mhm.
just Mao Mao dancing,
Yeah,
which looks great, but doesn't really tell you that much about the series itself.
for sure. But yeah, the song I remember being good. I remember it being very good.
Yeah, so
But I
tier
don't remember
placement.
much about the animation. Uh, I think B+ or B, something like that.
All right, I'll put it high B plus just because free Ren hate is hilarious.
It is.
So
I think
next
we
up
should
is an
have
isekai that I don't remember the name of.
Oh, I remember that now. I don't remember the OP though.
All right, next
Of
up
course I
is
don't.
yeah. So the next up is the Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil. I believe is what the title for this one is. It's a very forgettable romance series,
It is.
and the opening is also forgettable. I low key don't remember it, and because like.
Oh,
I really hate it too whenever I watch a romance that I think has potential, and then the show ends up being the most boring mid shit imaginable. It was, I I honestly the story itself wasn't even like that bad, right? But it's just not memorable. The animation is fucking dog shit too.
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna have a mediocre romance, right, at least make it look good. But
Next up, Minor Piece is like an S tier song. Minor Piece is a fucking banger.
Defo.
I,
My piece is
Classroom
a
of the Elite's
fucking
S tier.
banger.
When it comes to
Yeah,
the
I
opening
think
alone.
it looks great as well. I will say that it looks. It's not just the song. It does look great.
I don't really feel like we need an S minus tier, if I'm being honest.
We don't.
For this kind of tier, let's go.
I don't feel that strongly about like OPs and EDs enough to want to specify it that much.
Next up is Gushing Over Magical Girls, though. I don't have either of the songs on my playlist. Mainly because I would be embarrassed to have them on my playlist. Meanwhile, I have the fucking Senko song OP on my playlist, so I don't fucking know anymore. I feel like I can make the music a little bit lower.
Here's the thing, right? Senko-san has like obviously it's like kind of like quote unquote strange, but it's not like Gushing Over Magical Girls.
And Gushing Over Magical Girls is like a borderline
hentai. Yeah, exactly. It's like imagine saying, "Yo, I bumped the Kiss Exist OP." That shit. Like no. No one says that.
Well, I do remember enjoying the OP and ED though. They're decent songs. The animation that goes along with them are pretty solid. Not bad by any means. I would give it a solid B tier. Actually, I think the distinction between B plus and B is actually kind of important now when I'm thinking about that. I don't know if we'll keep the distinction between A plus and A though. It feels a little pointless right now, but
No, I don't think so.
yeah, I'm actually just gonna cut it out now. Alright, we're now time to alter colors because it really bothers me when the B tier isn't orange.
Fair enough. You know what? I agree with you.
I like having the S tier be like pink or
Pink.
purple because it just makes it stand out more, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so next up is another isekai that I don't remember the name of.
I know what the isekai is. I don't remember. Oh, Fluffy Paradise. That's what it was. Don't remember the EP though.
No fucking wonder. And then
Next one. I actually do remember this one. I actually remember being kind of annoyed because the season 1 OP, right? It was made by like this group of like musical artists. Like it was literally their first song. I remember really enjoying it. But they didn't make this OP this time. But it wasn't bad. I think it's like low B. It wasn't bad. I think it looked nice. But it wasn't as good as the season 1 OP. But this wasn't bad.
yeah, now we'll
I
I
think
figure you can
he's
talk
fine.
about the second season.
This one, C.
Damn.
It wasn't as nice, but it's still fun.
Alright,
That wasn't
another
bad.
isekai time.
Oh, I don't remember. Sorry, bro.
Mashal, I
Okay,
haven't even
now
seen it, but S tier.
Bling Bang Bang Born is like, I think it's a hot take to say that this OP is bad because, like, I mean, I remember it looking great as well, but not even if you don't think about that, Creepy Nuts, they just went hard on the song, bro. Like,
Yeah, the song is a banger. The OP looks really unique and cool too. I haven't even seen Mashal, and yet I checked out the OP because of how big of a Creepy Nuts fan I am.
Yeah, it had the fun dance in there. I think it was great. I mean, 400 million plays on Spotify is nothing to scoff at.
It really isn't. Like, those are Yoasobi levels.
Yeah, literally. Like, that's peak Yoasobi as well. Yeah, it's a great OP. I don't really have much to comment on it. I think most people know how good it is, so I'm not gonna say anything else.
Yeah. So then, next up is Sign of Affection's opening. It's not on my playlist, but I do remember enjoying it. Like, not enough to have in my playlist, but like I didn't mind listening to it. It's a decent song. Don't remember the ED, obviously, but I give this a low B. It warrants a low B.
Fair enough. Once again, a forgettable isekai. Whee!
If it's a forgettable isekai, then Can't Remember is a perfect year for it.
Yeah. I don't even remember most of the show, let alone the OP.
And then Urusei Yatsura, I only got through the first core, but like this is an A tier for me in terms of the OP and EDs. Like, the songs are so good, they really are. I actually don't have much to add on to that. It's just good music. I'm pretty sure they have the same composer for all the songs, but I'm pretty sure there's different singers for each one of them. I could be wrong about that though. Anyway, oh yeah, right. Buru Akaibu. I'm studying Japanese and my Japanese pronunciation is that bad. Holy fucking shit, I need to die. I don't remember. I don't remember the OP.
Either you're bad at Japanese or racist.
The funny thing too is because the OST, at least for the game, is fucking phenomenal, but the fucking I can't even remember the OP. The anime adaptation was fucking mid. Oh yeah, right. The fucking mage, the fucking that fucking it's the elf slave
Lieutenant thing, right?
It's the elf slave romance. The
elf slave romance, that's fire.
It's actually pretty awesome. I remember though the OP is like this J-rock song and just does not fit at all for the show itself, because the show itself is a wholesome romance, right? Despite the fact that she's a slave. it's a wholesome romance show. Like the goofy J-rock song just does not fit the tone of the show at all. I had to give this a C. Like, it's not a bad song too, because like if it was like the OP for like a comedy series, I think I'd actually quite enjoy it, but it just doesn't work for the show.
Fair enough.
Anyway, more isekai time, baby.
Forgettable, bro. Let's be real.
And then Mushoku Tensei, alright, Core 2. Yeah, Core 2 had a pretty decent OP. It's not on my playlist, but like, it's a perfectly fine song. The ED though is great. Yuiko Ohara's Mushoku Tensei EDs are always fantastic. They're always the stars of the show. The EDs are always better than the OPs with Mushoku Tensei. They really are. It's a phenomenal song. Like all the Mushoku Tensei EDs just fill me up with like this really like it's kind of like this deep introspective emotions, right? Like they're really hard-hitting, powerful songs. I'd give this an A tier, genuinely, just for the ED alone. I think I'd actually put this up. I'd say it's about on par, just a little bit below Urusei Yatsura. Konosuba is next. Konosuba, I don't know, the ED is kind of forgettable. I'm not a huge fan of the Konosuba EDs. They're a little too chill for me. The OP is pretty good. It's a little annoying though, because like the only Konosuba the only Konosuba OP that I think is like a head bop worthy Banner, like an absolutely phenomenal song is the second OP. The second OP is amazing. Especially the animation that goes along with it. The OP here though is still quite good. The song's just good enough to have on my playlist. And then the animation is phenomenal. Like there's not only are they able to fit in some good gigs in the visual gigs in the opening, but there's a fight scene where they fight a dragon and it's so smooth. It looks fantastic.
Is it?
Yeah, I had to put this in B+, probably above Haru.
We'll talk about Konosuba and its fight scenes. Never thought I would.
Konosuba has actually unironic. Okay, I hate that I'm going on a ramble, but Konosuba unironically has some really good fight scenes. Because like because the strategies that Kazuma have to use enable some really fun and engaging fights, along with them being hilarious, of course. But and then, of course the animation for Konosuba is really good too, despite the goofy art style. So like that also helps.
Yeah.
Anyway, a condition called love. I don't remember this OP. The show itself was just kind of mid. Oh yeah, right, Windbreaker.
Windbreaker.
S tier, duh.
S tier, yeah.
I mean, the opening is by Natori.
Bro.
Natori is one of my favorite artists, and Absolute Zero is a fucking banner of a song. Like, it's so good. Like, I'd say this is probably the bottom of S tier, but it's still S tier.
Yeah, I think, and also this, because I remember episode 1, I watched the OP and I was like, this is gonna be a good show. I know for a fact this is going to be a good show.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I remember reading the entire manga in like a week. And it was peak anyway. I'm getting sidetracked. Great OP.
Anyway, Isekai time.
Can't remember.
No fucking shit.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, because like if it's an isekai that you watch, you don't remember the OP. If it's a generic romance that I watched, I don't remember the OP.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad isekai. The opening is fine. It's an instrumental song for some reason. It's not even that bad. It just feels out of place for an anime opening, because anime openings are never instrumental.
Sure.
It's not even like a banner or anything too. It's just kind of. It's decently atmospheric. The animation's decent enough. Where the show shines is the ED. The ED is fucking hilarious. Not only is only is Go Getters a banner song, because duh, no shit, Mori Calliope, but the fucking animation that goes along with it too is so fucking funny. Amanda Waller, of all people, doing TikTok dances. Amanda Waller is supposed to be like a threatening antagonistic force, and they're having her do TikTok dances.
I think I just heard you say Mori Calliope, duh. VTuber 5 spotted, get his ass! Sorry.
Exactly. VTuber music is like unironically great. And you're more into VTuber music than I am, even.
Tell me about it. Like, half my playlist is probably VTuber music, anyway.
Yeah, because, like, there's only, like, 4 VTubers that I listen to, on a consistent basis.
I listen to every single one. Every single one.
But, yeah, in terms of tier placement, on one hand, they kind of character assassinated Amanda Waller, I won't lie. But since the show is bad, A tier. I don't really care about the character assassination because it's funny.
Even with the OP?
Even with the OP, I mean, because like if the ED is better than the OP, then I'll still rank it high. Because at least the ED is good. Because like most EDs are forgettable, right? So you're not going to compare the OP and the ED. So if the ED ends up being better than the OP, I'll just rank the ED.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, Beastars. The animation-wise, both of them are fucking phenomenal. So the opening, it's done with like this like paper stop motion. It's super fucking cool looking. It looks so good. And then the song is the song is weird, but it's a banger. I can't wait for it to arrive on Spotify. So like the song is like, so has this dude like rapping sometimes, right? But for the most part, it's an instrumental song. And the instrumental fucking bops. It's so good. I think this is low-key S tier. Just because of how visually creative it is, and not only that, but the opening song is also really fucking good. Again, I can't wait for it to pop up on Spotify. Why isn't it on Spotify yet? Alia song is next.
This one's interesting because it has 12 EDs.
Yeah, the EDs are always different. They look different. They're covers of various different songs. The OP looks great. The song for the OP is just good enough to have in my playlist, even though I'm not a massive fan of it or anything.
I'm not the biggest fan. I didn't actually listen to every ED, but I do remember listening to Kawaii Kute Gomen, and it was fucking amazing. Like, I'm not gonna act like it was my favorite cover of Kawaii Kute Gomen because Odo exists, but it was very good, so I'll give it that. But to be fair, I don't actually remember any of the other ones, so...
Yeah, like, just the effort to have 12 EDs alone is really notable. I think I want to bump it up.
The only anime I know that's done that is, what, Chainsaw Man, right?
Yeah, Chainsaw Man's the only other one I know of. Chainsaw Man did it better in my opinion, but this show still did a great job with it.
Yeah, but one is Chainsaw Man, and one is Russian girl speaking to a guy. Like, they've got different standards, I mean. Yeah. So I think it's very impressive to have 12 different EDs.
And technically Takagi-san actually has 12 different EDs, but it's the same animation for each time, just a different cover.
Oh.
But Alia-san has a different animation for each of the EDs, so I think it gets bonus points. Like, for that effort alone, I think low A tier is justified.
Yeah.
And Solo Leveling, animation-wise, the first opening's pretty good. The song isn't anything special, though. I don't even remember what the song looks like, but visually it looked quite good. And then the ED, I don't really remember either. I think this is like a high B tier for me.
Fair enough.
Like, I can't put it into B+, but it's a high B for me.
Fair enough.
The second season, I think, has a much better OP, because, well, no shit, Lisa is behind it, and her music is a lot better than whoever did the first OP.
Yeah, Lisa's kind of like the original GOAT of anime OPs, in my opinion. You've got Crossing Field, even though Demon Slayer shit, it's got a good OP.
Yeah.
Like...
And Spice and Wolf, I dropped it early, so I don't remember.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, Kimi ni Todoke. I don't remember the ED, but the opening is done by Imase. Imase is a pretty good artist.
Imase is pretty good. I need to listen to more of his stuff.
I need to listen to more of his music too. Like, his music is kind of similar to Natori, and I'm a big Natori fan, so I should listen to more Imase. But yeah, I mean, obviously the first opening is quite good as a result of the song. It looks pretty good too. I know it'll never happen, but I do want Kimi ni Todoke to get another season. Like, this is peak shoujo right here. I'd give this an A tier. I think I'd put it probably above Mushoku Tensei.
Fair enough.
Forgettable Isekai time, baby.
Yeah, forgettable Isekai. Put it in the can't remember. Next one though, I do actually remember this one. I don't remember the ED, but I remember the OP actually being pretty good. It was very relaxing. That's what I remember about it. The guy who made it, I kept forgetting to add it to my playlist, but the guy who made it has like this really relaxing voice. So I actually quite liked it. Like, I put it in like B+.
Damn.
It didn't look bad either. It didn't look like incredible, but it didn't look bad either. Not enough to bring it down.
Then Look Back is next. Look back at these titties, am I right?
Okay.
I don't think it has an opening.
Aren't they primary schoolers or something like that?
Alright, it doesn't have an opening because it's a movie. But of course, if an anime doesn't have an opening, then you know exactly where I'm putting it.
Yeah.
Like, you had to have an opening in the anime no matter what. It is... the rule that you cannot break ever, so D tier for Look Back. Amazing movie, though. I would genuinely recommend anyone watching this to check it out. It's a fucking phenomenal movie, but, like, no opening.
I'll watch it, like, this week or something.
Yeah, Euro Camp Season 3. Due to Laid Back Journey alone, this is at the top of the list. Laid Back Journey is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Laid Back Journey's bangs, I can tell you that for a fact.
Yeah.
Like, I can confirm this, fucking bangs.
Like, this is the best opening in the entire year. Like, it's not even fucking close. Like, this is actually, like, a tier above everything in S, genuinely. Like, I am that passionate about loving Laid Back Journey. It is such a good song.
I think it's a great song, but I wouldn't say it's here above. But
yeah, I know I'm being exaggerating.
I couldn't put it a tier above Natsuri and Creepy Nuts, bro. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but it's such a good. I need to listen to more of her music. She's not a very well-known artist outside of Laid Back Journey, but if I enjoyed Laid Back Journey this much, I know I'd love the rest of her music. Anyway, next up is Plus Size Up. I couldn't even finish the first episode, which means I didn't even get to see what the OP looked like. I think that's a pretty clear D tier.
I can't lie. Plus Size Up is it's become a running joke in my friend group now. we're talking about like really weird anime, and I mentioned that I knew someone who watched Plus Size Up, and now whenever someone you got such a Plus Size Up, it's so fucking funny.
Oh man.
Fucking hell.
That's fucking wild.
Anyway.
Yeah, Slime's next.
Slime. It was decent. Oh, wait, no. It was really good. I actually put it in my playlist now that I remember. I put both the OP and the ED in my playlist. They were both really good, actually, now that I think about it. Top of A tier for me.
Alright.
The ED, I remember the ED being like hella relaxing. And the OP, like, I preferred the ED, but the OP was not bad at all. I put it in my playlist as well. It was really good. And the animation, and I remember the ED had this really, it was like, instead of like an actual animation, it was like a bunch of like drawings kind of just like placed alongside each other, and they all looked fucking amazing because it had a different art style to the anime, and it looked really nice.
Alright, so next up is Too Many Losing Heroines. I still need to watch that.
Oh yeah, OP, it was pretty good. I think I'm gonna put it in like top of B, I think. Maybe like bottom B plus, one of them two. I could put it anywhere, to be honest. I think what's it called? It's mainly based off of animation because I really like the way Too Many Losing Heroines looks.
Yeah, it's a very good looking show.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, and that's like if it wasn't that, I'd say I put it in like C tier because the song's alright. It's not amazing, but the animation looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
So like I think B plus, yeah. And then
Pseudo Harem. I don't have the ED on my playlist, but I did enjoy the ED because Saori Hayami is a fantastic VA.
Of course.
Like she's the goat, right?
Yeah, she is the goat.
She's like the third goat. I actually prefer Kana Hanazawa and Rie Takahashi, but we don't talk about that. She's probably my third favorite VA. The OP though, I quite like the OP. Is it Gohobi or Gohibi? I don't remember. But the
one of them.
I like their music though, because I like male female duet songs. So it's a cute OP. It really is. The animation isn't anything special. It sounds good. Like it's enough for a B plus.
Yeah. Forget boys. Can't put it in. I can't remember. And then we're putting the next one in S tier.
Dawn to Dawn is obviously S tier. I put it like near the top of S tier because both the OP and ED slap. Actually, it's the top of S tier. It is the top of S tier.
Yeah, can you put Bling Bang Bang Born after Minor Piece?
Yeah, sure.
There. I think that works better. Anyway.
Yeah, because like both Otonoke and Taidada are fucking phenomenal songs. This is the only song on the list that has both an OP and ED that actually I think this deserves the double S tier.
I think that deserves S plus because like the other ones has been like one of them like looks really really good. Both of them here are really really good. So I think that deserves the SS tier.
Yeah, like Dawn to Dawn earns the double S tier because holy fucking shit,
yeah.
Both the ED and OP fucking slap and they look phenomenal.
In conclusion, Creepy Nuts had an amazing year.
They really did.
They had an incredible year.
And of course, Otonoke is a fantastic song, but I actually think the highlight here is Taidada. Taidada is one of my favorite songs of the year.
Fair enough.
Which, I mean, like, no shit, Zutomayo also makes really good music. I can't wait for Zutomayo to start showing up in more anime.
Yeah, Zutomayo, great. I fucking love Zutomayo. I have a bunch of songs in my playlist.
And then next up is the Magical Girl and Evil Lieutenant used to be arch enemies. For as much, I even made a video on this one, and it's hard for me to remember the name because of how fucking long it is. Like, you assume it was adapted from a fucking light novel. Well, the OP and ED are great, though. I mostly like the OP. The OP is such a good song. It's so good. It has a really, really good ED, too, though. It's like either top of A or low S tier. I'm leaning more top of A, though. If I had an A+, then I think this would be the only one I'd put it in, but I don't need to make an A+ if I only have one thing in there, right?
No.
Actually, fuck it. It just barely gets S tier.
Never.
Like, it's just good enough. Like, having both of great OP and ED, I think barely solidifies it S tier. Anyway, Clorox is next.
Sorry. S tier.
Yeah, you're not surprised about that one.
Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, in terms of both art style and animation, is one of the most beautiful anime I've seen. Which already puts it up to like below A tier. And then the OP fucking bangs as well. Oh my god. Monochrome. It's such a good song. I honestly, I don't have much to say except, like, if you've watched Bleach, you know how beautiful Thousand Year Blood War is if you've watched it, and well, the song just bangs. So like, S tier for me. ED was also like pretty decent. It wasn't like I didn't remember it that well, but Bleach does have really like throughout Thousand Year Blood War, it's had really consistent OPs and EDs. So yeah. I think it's fair to give it S tier. This one was like low B tier, I think. It was alright. I don't have much to comment on it though.
Yeah,
song was decent.
I remember the most surprising thing I found out about the anime is that it wasn't an isekai.
Yeah.
That's the most notable thing about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up is this one. Yeah,
I can't remember that one. I can't. And then we've got
and Shikinoko Noka. This is A tier. The OP is so fucking funny. It's a really fun song. It's I'd say it's probably closer to like low A tier. Nah, it's better than Suicide Squad Isekai.
You know what? Yeah, just the annoying thing about this show is that I saw this OP and I was like, this is so fucking horrendous. And it's like it's such a meme. And then like as the months went on, I was like, wait. This song's kind of good, you know. and then it started getting stuck in my head. I'm just walking around going, "Shikanoko."
Oh man, that's fucking so funny.
I think I messaged you saying, "Why the fuck is this shit good?" Someone sent me a playlist called "Creepy Playlist," and it was like 500 or like 1,000 copies of just this song.
If this song was my sleep paralysis demon, I don't think I'd mind, honestly. Like, that's the thing, like, as soon as the song came out, I low-key kind of liked it, because the song is very intentionally goofy and stupid, right? It's made to be a meme.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole show is.
But, like, all the VAs are pretty good singers. The chorus is genuinely quite good. All the parts before the chorus have a lot of personality put into them. Like in the bridge before the final chorus, the VAs were able to go so fucking hard. They are clearly having so much fun singing this stupid fucking song. And like that fun is infectious when you're listening to it. I can't help but smile every time I blast this in my car when it pops up on my shuffle. I'll fucking be driving, and then a police car will just see me blasting Shika Noka Noka Noka. And they're apparently it actually is against the law to drive with your music too loud, but I've never seen that. Okay,
here's the thing, right? If there's any police officer, right, and they pull someone over and see that this song is playing, let them go, bro. Let them go.
Yeah,
like, they deserve it. Because,
no lawbreaker would ever be a Nokaton fan, clearly.
Exactly. Because, like, let's be real. I feel like this is the one song you're allowed to just blast loudly wherever you go. I feel like you're allowed to do it this song just because of the song.
And next up is ReZero. No shit, ReZero gets an S tier here. The OP slaps. The animation is fantastic too. One thing that I really appreciate about the OP. So the OP, right? It shows off fake fights that don't actually happen in the show. Just not to spoil it. So not only is it like a really cool like what if scenario, right? But it also does such a good job at like getting you hyped without spoiling anything. It's so clever how they did that.
Yeah, I mean, one of my biggest gripes with OPs in general is a lot of the time they'll just blatantly spoil things that happen, and it really irks me. So like sometimes when I'm really liking a show, I'll watch the OP once and never watch it again. And like that's why a lot of the time I just focus on the music, because like I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah.
So I think that's very smart of them to do.
Yeah, I'm really happy that they did that too, because the look's fantastic, the song is great. Like, Reweave is my favorite Konami Suzuki song. It's not even fucking close. Like, it is easily my favorite Konami Suzuki song. It is such a banger. And then, like, the animation even has some cool stylization with it, right? Like, at the start of the opening, when they're introducing, like, the characters, right? They'll show them with, like, one, like, primary color. It looks kind of Persona-esque, even. It looks so cool. And then the ED looks great too. Not nearly as into the song, but that's because I'm not really as much of a Noidex, whatever the fuck their name is, fan as like a lot of other people are. But the song's good, just not playlist worthy for me because it's not really my thing. But the song's good, and the animation for the ED looks so good. And it just, in general, it does a really good job at setting up like the tension for the next episode. Like this is a very binge-worthy season of ReZero. And I imagine that this song the ED song would really help with just wanting you to pick up the next episode. So yeah, this is actually quite high on my S tier, because I really appreciate both the OP and ED. I think this is about as high as I could put it though. I can't really put, because none of the songs are even near as good as Absolute Zero, but but yeah, I think that's a good place to put it. And next up is Blue Box. So the first core aired in 2024. The second core hasn't. So I'm not going to talk about the second core in this video. But the first core has an opening by official Hige Dandism, and then a ED by Eve. The OP is quite good. I don't have it on my playlist. The main reason why is because for the anime version, the mixing is really bad. Like you can barely. I wasn't able to tell that it was official Hige Dandism until the chorus, which is strange because they have a very distinct voice too, right? Like that's how you know you fucked up the mixing.
Yeah.
Thankfully the mixing sounds fine on every other version, but the OP version having such bad mixing did honestly kind of lose me toward the song a little bit. And that sucks too because the animation for the OP looks fantastic too. Like, I really love how the end of the OP will show us Taiki getting the final score for his, I guess, badminton game, right? And as you see him doing that, you also get to see like clips of like other characters and other things happening as it cuts back to him continuing to get closer and closer to getting that final shot, and it's really, really well directed. I fucking love that shot. But honestly, I think the main star here is the ED. I can't remember what the animation for the ED looks like, but it's by Eve, and Eve makes great music. Teenage Blue might be one of my favorite Eve songs. Probably my second favorite Eve song. I think Bokurano is a little better, but
I think Bokurano and Fight Song are my favorite ones, and the fucking Jujutsu Kaisen OP, because I think that's
the Jujutsu Kaisen OP is quite good too. It's probably my third favorite Eve song. I cannot justify putting this in S tier. I really can't. But this is like a pretty high A tier for me. Oh yeah, right. Oh, the rest of the shows are just shows that I've seen.
Yes.
Yeah. So next up is Suma Show. I don't have the OP in my playlist, but I actually do remember what it sounds like. And I think the OP looks decent enough too. It's actually remarkable that the OP looks good enough because the animation of the show isn't particularly great, which I don't think is that big of an issue. I mean, it's a drama series. It doesn't need to have great animation. The animation looks just good enough for what it's trying to do. I can't believe that My Anime List tagged this as a romantic comedy. It's not a comedy. It's a fucking tearjerker drama. God damn it! How could they fuck that up so much? I actually did get close to crying during some of the episodes. I mean, I nerded out about the series enough, though. I mean, the fucking tourist normies tried to cancel the show despite the fact that there was genuinely nothing wrong about it. Like, nothing weird happens at all. Whatever. That's a rant for another day. It's a good show. The opening is pretty good. High B tier. I don't have it on my playlist, so I can't really put it on B+, and the animation's not good enough to justify a B+. So yeah, this is as high as I'd put it. Anyway, next up is, Kekkon surete honto desu ka? I love how it's easier for me to just say the Japanese name than it is for the English name. And I think there are like 2 English titles, so it just gets confusing. I'd just rather use the Japanese name. So I don't remember the, yeah, okay. I remember the OP. The OP's fine. Like, I know it's Honeyworks, and a lot of people really like Honeyworks. I like Honeyworks, but the OP is just fine. It's okay. It's not bad, not good. And then the ED, it's cute. It's another Gohebi song, but it's not a particularly memorable one. For being honest, I think this is kind of like a high C tier. Like, it's perfectly serviceable, but not anything special. Like, if this didn't come out in the fall season, it would have been in the can't remember tier. And then Uzumaki is next. Doesn't have an opening, which means it's better than Plus Size Elf, but... So, yeah, D tier for it. Yeah. And since Uzumaki, unlike Look Back, is not good, it's lower than Look Back, obviously. Look Back didn't even have an OP, and it's still better than 2 of these shows, OP-wise. That's fucking hilarious. So yeah, that is our OP and ED ranking. Very, very different looking list than our like actual quality of the show ranking, but that's why this is so much fun.
This was a very top-heavy list.
Yeah, I mean, we just tend to like most of the music we listen to.
Yeah.
Because like if something's not like in the B to S tier range, then we just don't remember it. Like, it's as simple as that. So yeah, I'm so glad that we decided to do this, even though we had to wait so long before we were both free. This was so much fucking fun to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
It always is. Let's be real.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I do have a Patreon, so if you wanna give me money, then wonderful thumbnail, by the way. This is the kind of content that you're missing out on if you don't get the Patreon.
Exactly.
Fucking. Well, I have a shout out to your patron. No rewards, just financial support. The Phantom tier patron gives you all the basic benefits. The Confidant patron gives you all the video-based benefits. The God patron gives you all the crazy fucking like big dick benefits. Your penis will expand by 7 inches if you get the God tier patron.
You get feet pics, guys.
Exactly. I mean, actually, I used to get my feet pics, but I don't do feet pics anymore. Because no one bought them. I charged them for 5,000, which I think is a pretty reasonable price for feet pics, but no one wanted them for some reason.
I was trying to save up. If you had kept it for longer, then I might have got
okay. I might consider bringing back feet pics then.
Oh, okay. The first ever time I'll have exactly $5,000 in my bank account. I'm gonna tell my parents that, look, I got $5,000. I'm gonna go buy feet pics. What do you think they'll say?
I don't really think that's something you want to tell your parents. Because I regularly tell my parents how much of a disappointment I am. The fact that I've seen an episode of Plus Size Elf and have finished all gushing over magical girls. And then I go on a massive rant with my parents over, guys, gushing over magical girls is actually good, please don't kick me out of the house. Fucking stupid. Anyway, I need to thank my patrons now. So I want to thank my Phantom tier patron Squizzy and my Confidant tier patrons Reggie Mania and Eternum. I thank you all for your consistent support. It really does mean the world. I suppose that's the end of the video now, unless I want to go on like a 15-minute ramble about how good gushing over magical girls is for some reason.
How long's the recording been?
It's only been like 40 minutes.
We have to sit here for 20 minutes doing absolutely nothing. We have to get it to an hour.
Oh no, I'll end it here.